We hope you enjoy The Magicians, Charon's Undertaking, where death is their business, with music by Rachel Lawson. Into the office of Mortimer, the judge of the dead and king of the Grim Reapers, walked a nervous Grim Reaper. "What do you want, Dante?" the king asked. "You know my wife," said Dante. "Yes, Charon. She is a reaper who ferries the dead across the river Styx in the back entrance to this place. I know her," Mortimer said. "Yes," said Dante, Mortimer's assistant. "How is she?" asked Mortimer, making small talk. "She wants to talk to you. Is it all right?" said Dante. "Of course," said Mortimer. Dante walked to the door and called her into the room. A female reaper walked into the room with a clipboard. "Oh, you have more paperwork for me, do you?" said Mortimer, sadly. He hated paperwork. "No," said Charon. Mortimer's mood sparked up. "What's with the clipboard?" said Mortimer. "I have come for help," said Charon. "I'll help you if I can," said Mortimer. Charon put the clipboard in front of her boss. "What's this for?" said Mortimer, puzzled, looking at the papers clipped to it. "The paperwork," said Charon. "I see, for what?" asked Mortimer. "I am starting a business, and I need help with it from experts," said Charon. "What sort of business?" asked Mortimer, getting worried. Looking at the papers again, it twigged. It was an inventory. "I'm a coroner. I can't help you there," Mortimer said vehemently. "So is your husband." "How would it look if the local coroner were driving a hearse?" Charon scoffed. "You don't have to drive the hearse. I will. I need you as a mortician," said Charon. "Me? A mortician? That's career suicide, even for the dead," said Mortimer nervously. "You want me to trade robes for rubber gloves? That's not reinvention, it's demotion." "Yes, mortician," Charon said, chuckling. "No, I can't. That is my final answer," shouted Mortimer. "You'll never catch me in your mortuary, not alive. Not dead, not even embalmed." A day later, in Charon's new business, two very human men stood looking at a corpse on a slab. "You change him," said a nervous coroner, who was moonlighting as a mortician. "No, Blake," the other coroner, Dante, said. "How about we play cards, and the loser changes him?" Blake, who was Mortimer in human form, said. "You are a stage magician," Dante pointed out. Blake flashed a forced and very fake smile. "We could flip a coin," moaned Blake, knowing he would not accept that either. "I'm not playing corpse roulette with you, Blake. You drew the short shroud," said Dante firmly. "No, absolutely not. Not in this realm, not in the next. Not even if the corpse is royalty," said Blake, knowing he's going to end up with the job. "It's not royalty, it's a dentist, and he's starting to smell," Dante said, and saw his wife enter the room. He walked over to her, and he pecked her cheek. "You haven't changed him," said Charon, frowning. She now looked like a human woman. "Blake is being stubborn," Dante said. "Remember your oath you made to me, Blake," said Charon, disappointed. "You can't hold me to it, not for this," said Blake. "You said you owed me your life and would do what I asked of you for saving your life," said Charon. "You swore it to me, Blake, not as a reaper, as a man." "I know, but you can't make me do this," said Blake, regretting his foolish oath-making. "I'll give you two some privacy," said Dante, leaving with Charon as Blake looked horrified and distinctly green, watching the corpse and thinking about what he had to do. "You'd think he was an amateur at working with the dead the way he's acting," said Dante, thanking his lucky stars that he escaped doing his job. "He's not dead. He's just emotionally embalmed." Charon replied as they walked to the front desk, hearing the bell ring there. They meet an elderly and frail woman who is grieving. "Hello, dear. Welcome to Charon's Undertaking, where death is our business. I am Charon Drax, the owner. What can we do for you?" Charon said. "I am Mrs. Carlyle. I am here to buy a coffin for my husband. He's here," said the old woman. "Oh, the dentist. We have our best man looking after him now," said Charon. "Come, I'll show you our coffins for your inspection." "Thank you. I was going to ask if I could see him," the old woman said through her tears. They walked to the coffin display outside the room Blake was in. As they arrived, music started in the room where Blake was, leaking out into the coffin's display room. It made the widow feel worse. "Sorry, that's our mortician. He is a bit of a goth. My husband will deal with him," said Charon. "I will?" said Dante. "Yes," a frowning Charon said. Dante got the point. "I will," Dante said and went into the room. "Why are you here?" asked Blake, chilling, after he changed the dentist. to fix you, said Dante, frowning. That was a quick change. We're necromancers. I used magic, Blake said, smiling happily. Turn it off, Blake. We have his grieving widow out there, said Dante. It's cool. I'm in another room. They can't hear the music, said Blake. They can, and it's distressing her, said Dante. How could Coldplay be distressing? Asked Blake, the devoted Coldplay fan. Honestly, do you think Fix You is appropriate music for here? Dante said. Fix You is a masterpiece. If I die again, I want it played at my funeral. Twice, Blake muttered. Turn it off, Blake, Dante snapped, or I will kill your phone. You wouldn't, Blake said. Try me, said Dante coldly. I give in, Blake said. Blake reluctantly turned off the music. Days later, in the morgue, a tall, handsome, and very human, black-haired young man walked in and sniffed and walked up to a man on a slab, covered in a sheet, and uncovered the face. There you are. Thought I smelt you. Is anyone home? Asked the man, known as the necromancer. No? Okay, I'll get a coffee, said the necromancer, putting the sheet back on the face of the man, and he walked into the coroner's office to make a coffee. A man walked into the office and found the necromancer, sitting, drinking his coffee. Hi, Lance. Have you seen your dad? He's needed, said the man, an orderly. No, Jack. I'm waiting to see him too, said Lance, then taking a sip of his coffee. Jack stormed off, leaving Lance annoyed. Lance laughed. Not long later, he heard a noise in the morgue. He stood up, walking to the doorway, and saw the Reaper, Mortimer, stroll up to the man on the slab, remove the sheet, fold it neatly, and place it on a chair nearby. Then something decidedly odd happened. Mortimer touched the corpse, and Mortimer vanished. Then the corpse started to stir. The corpse sat up and got off the slab. Lance laughed. Panicking, the resurrection man turned to see who was laughing at him. Reflexively, he grabbed the sheet off the chair to cover his nakedness. Oh, it's only you psycho, grumbled the man. Why strip? Are you really trying to freak people out? Asked Lance. The clothes show on the sheet, moaned the embarrassed man. And for the 100th time, I'm not a psycho, said Lance. Then why are you wanted as a serial killer? Asked the man in the sheet. I kill for fate, not myself. I am an avenging angel, said Lance, irritated. Welcome back to the land of the living, Dad. I notice you folding your shroud. You'll never change, Lance said to the man. Blake scoffed. There was a visitor in the morgue when you were dead, said Lance. Oh, who? Asked Blake curiously. Jack Taylor, said Lance. What did he want? Asked Blake, who was so cold he was shivering, as it was a cold winter's day. I said I came to see you too. He didn't say he just stormed off when I said I hadn't seen you. Lance said, Okay, you've seen me go. I want to get dressed. I have work to do, said Blake shortly. I saw too much of you, I'd say. Get dressed. You are looking a bit cold. I'll leave. Get back to your paperwork. I know you love it, Lance said and left. Blake dressed again and sat down to do some paperwork. Death isn't the end. It's the paperwork afterward that kills you, moaned Blake as he sat doing his paperwork, which he hated. Blake put on a loop of The Scientist by Coldplay to listen to as he worked. Apparently, he liked it a lot. Not long later, Dante returned to the morgue with some relatives of a dead resident, a victim of Lance, to identify. I'll show you the victim. She was a bit of a mess. We cleaned her up for you, said Dante as he led them into the morgue. Hearing the music blaring out of Blake's portable speaker, he grimaced. Wait here. I have to do something in the office, said Dante, storming into the office. Hi, Dante. Did you speak to Jack? He came when I was collecting a soul, Lance tells me, said Blake, thoroughly enjoying the music. Yes, turn off the noise. We have visitors, said Dante shortly. The dead can't hear it. They're in the afterlife, and it is not noise. It's the scientist, said Blake shortly. Whatever it is, it will distress our visitors. They are here to see a victim of the necromancer. They are upset enough as it is, Dante said. Blake turned down the music a little. No, turn it off, Blake, said Dante firmly. No, I'm listening to it, said Blake, trying to stand his ground. The visitors walked into the office. The wife was very upset by the music. The husband was too, but he was being strong for her. I told you to wait out there. I had to do something in here, Dante snapped, impatiently frustrated with Blake, not them. We only came in to say we are leaving, the tear-stained husband said, and led his wife out of the office and the morgue. What's wrong with them? Blake says, unaware of how bad the music sounded in a morgue. The music, says Dante. Oh, Philistines, Blake grumbles. Dante, in frustration, killed the speaker with magic. Blake glared at him. Why'd you kill the music? Blake asked. It was either that speaker or... Dante stormed out of the office. Blake was depressed and angry because he lost his speaker. In a few minutes, he was listening to the music on his phone without the speaker. Later in the week, while Blake was at his Sunday job at the funeral home, Blake sat doing paperwork at the front desk when a customer came. Are you here to buy a new home, Max? We have some good urns for ashes. Blake asked the man, his partner in a stage act, who was the king of vampires. Max said he was not at all amused. No, then, said Blake, very amused. Charon glared at Blake. Actually, I came for a coffin for a recently deceased friend, Max said. What is their name? Asked Charon. Blake, said Max, grinning. Hey, I'm not dead, moaned Blake. Not officially, but emotionally, spiritually, bureaucratically. You're a corpse with a clipboard, said Max sadly. He's our best man, unfortunately, Charon said dryly. I want something sleek, satin interior, roomy enough for Regret and Coldplay albums. Max said wryly, enjoying annoying Blake. I'm going to up the stakes for you. Half price on an urn. You'll need it, said an irate Blake. Promises, promises, Max said mischievously. You swore to serve the living, Blake. I'm just helping you practice. He's a real bloodsucker, this one, Blake retorted and burst into laughter. Why are you really here, Max? I need a coffin, said Max. Why? Even I know vampires don't need coffins, Blake said. Yes, it's for you, said Max. Me? Oh, come off it, Max, Blake said, as if the joke was wearing thin. I'm serious, said Max. You know I can't stay dead, Blake said seriously. Yes, of course, Max said. Then why do I need a coffin? Asked Blake. Did I forget to tell you we are having a funeral for you because you're dead? Laughed Max. What? Said Blake, puzzled. You want a coffin? Try the one I'm emotionally buried in. You know, Blake, I'd miss you if you died again, mostly because I'd lose my Coldplay dealer. Calm down, Blake, it's a prop for the show, said Max. We don't need a coffin in the act? Blake said, still confused. It's a new one where we bury you alive and you zap out of the grave with magic, Max said. Can do easy, but are you sure you aren't trying to get a solo act? Blake asked. No. Will you try out coffins with me? I mean, for the act? Max pleaded. For the act? Yes, Blake said. Pick one you like and feel good in, Max said. That's a first, asking the dead to choose a coffin, said Dante, who acted as their stage manager in the act. They all laughed. They all went to the coffin display area, and Blake looked at the coffins. This one looks good, but it's too pink inside. It wouldn't be bad for your wife, Max, said Blake, Max's vampire wife's grandfather. It was a well-padded hot pink and rosewood model. Well, no, that would really kill her. We're allergic to rosewood, said Max. Oh, perhaps not, Blake said. This Milson mahogany coffin looks perfect. I like the price too, $850, said Blake. I like it too. Does it come in red satin? Asked Max. No, I like this one, said Blake as he lay in the imperial purple satin-lined padded coffin. No, the red is for me. Like the look. Are they cheaper if you buy in bulk? Asked Max. I'll look, said Charon, amused. Come off it, Max. What use is a coffin to a vampire? Dante asked. I want one, whined Max jealously as he lay cozily in another Milson coffin under his cloak. We aren't getting you a coffin. It will scare your daughter, Blake said, climbing out of the coffin. Max sulked for a week over not getting a coffin of his own. We're going to need a singer for the Carlisle funeral, said Charon. We've got one on staff, the best singer I know, said Dante. Who's that? Asked Charon. Blake, said Dante. Not that goth, we can't. He'll sing Viva La Vida or Cemeteries of London. He's a Coldplay goth. I didn't know that they existed before I knew him, replied Charon. Me either, admitted Dante. He is a professional singer, as well as a stage illusionist. Is he in a Coldplay tribute band? Asked Charon. No, he's in their fan club, said Dante. Oh, I can imagine him in a band called Gothplay, said Charon. Imagining Blake as the lead singer of a gothic Coldplay tribute band. She chuckled. He writes his own songs too, said Dante. I bet those are gothic songs, laughed Charon. Some, but he does other songs too, said Dante. Wait, I have a video of him singing on my phone, said Dante, pulling out his phone and looking for his videos. Here it is, said Dante, when he found the video and played it. Blakely's singing on a small theater stage. It's a performance of the police band. He's a singer and the composer for it, Dante said. Blake sang.
Am I in heaven or hell? I am lost and confused. Is this love? I feel nervous whenever you are near. Is this fear?
He's really good. I think we found our singer. Does he have a manager? Asked Karen, impressed by his skill and professionalism. You're looking at him, said Dante proudly. You? Said his wife. Want me to talk to him? Asked Dante. Yes, said Karen. Tell him to do something good and original, and no Coldplay. All was going well at the funeral, until the end. When Blake and the choir were set to sing 2 songs before the pallbearers were to take the coffin out to Karen's hearse and then to the cemetery for burial. Did you inspect Blake's performance? Asked Karen nervously. I saw the rehearsal. It's fine, said Dante, watching Blake setting up to perform nervously. Karen sat to watch what was promising to be a good performance. The pastor introduced Blake, and the music started. This isn't what he rehearsed, Dante said, panicking. It was in the form of a sad eulogy requiem from the dead's view. It scared Karen and Dante and disturbed the guests and family. Blake sang.
We are here to celebrate
the life of the dearly departed.
I am lost and alone, nearly in my grave. All I can do is sing a requiem for me. I grieve the life I lost, and the days and songs unsung. I grieve the days I'll miss in the sun, the warmth of the sun on my skin, the sunsets I'll not see. Now the sun has set on me. I am lost and gone. I am dead and alone forevermore.
Both the audience and staff were left wondering why he was singing such a disturbing song at the funeral. "I'll speak to him later," said his angry boss to her husband, scared of what would come next. She was right to be scared. What happened next scared everyone but Blake. Outside the room, there were the sounds of a choir singing. And then the choir entered the room. It was anarchy. Every single one of the guests was scared of the choir. Some tried to flee. Others were too scared to move. "He's insane," Dante said to his wife. "He's out of control," Karen muttered in shock. Karen shouted, "Blake, dismiss the choir. Tell them to leave." "What's wrong? I'm doing what you asked. You said no Coldplay. I was going to do Viva La Vida," Blake moaned. Karen rolled her eyes. One choir member laughed. "It's Lance, the necromancer. He's having fun humiliating his dad and watching the anarchy." "Why the choir from hell?" asked Dante. "The human choir I hired canceled. Someone died. I had to borrow the Reaper's choir on short notice," said Blake. "The Tartarus Singers choir is too much. Why did I have to ask the King of Death to sing at the funeral?" "Blake, you're fired," said Karen, more than a little annoyed. "I think we all are, honey. Blake has killed the business," Dante said, glaring at Blake, who was grinning most joyfully. It was what he wanted all along, and he had been working hard to be fired and the business to fold. He didn't want to work there, and he wanted to leave without breaking his word.
Charon, the ferryman of the dead. I sail the dead across the river Styx for eternity. I will take you on your last journey. All you have to do is pay your fee, 1 coin. I come for all one day, I'll come for you. I ride this river for eternity. My name is Charon, and I'm the ferryman of the dead. You need my last journey. I do it for a fee. They all have to give me a coin for their last trip. They come with me, no matter who or what they are, they come with me. I come for all, one day I'll come for you. Charon, the ferryman of the dead. I sail the dead across the river Styx for eternity. I will take you on your last journey. All you have to do is pay your fee, one coin. I come for all, one day I'll come for you. I ride this river for eternity. My name is Charon and I am the ferryman of the dead. You need my help to reach the afterlife. I sail my boat across the river Styx for eternity. I ferry the dead to their new home in the underworld. My name is Charon.